This is my little Keat. She's a female guinea, and I never could decide on a name for her, so I kept calling her Keat, which is what you call a baby guinea. I think it's cute. But look at, see, the others will go like all over the yard, you know, when I let them out eating. But she just stays right by me. Like she just wants to be pet. She doesn't run from me at all or recoil or any. I mean, they all let me pet them, but a lot of them think if they let me get near them, I'm gonna put them back in the run or something like that. Because a lot of times I have to chase them down and pick them up to get them back inside at night when I'm ready to go in, because they don't want to yet. But still, they usually let me pet them and hold them from time to time. But she's the only one who like actively seems to seek out my company above all else. And they all get interested in like one, you know, they kind of get jealous if, you know, one's getting more attention than the other. But I don't know, it's just cute. She's like, she's more interested in being near me than eating bugs and whatever in the yard, which is really weird because that is their obsession, especially guineas. I mean, they eat constantly. That's all they do. But she just likes to peck at my shoes. Hi, Ducky. Come on, Duck. Oh, Duck. See, I mean, I can pet him, but see, he kind of like moves away when I do it. But she just like holds perfectly still. It's my baby girl. People say that guineas are terrible pets, and like you Google it and you just find like all these websites saying like a million reasons not to own them, and I just don't even get it. They say you can't ever tame them and that they're always wild and never good pets or whatever. I don't know. My guineas actually were easier to tame and, you know, handle than my chickens. I mean, they were all raised from babies, but the chickens had a natural wariness, kind of, you know, they had to get over. But my guineas, they were the first ones to start following me around like puppy dogs, and I don't know what this is. And I mean, they're certainly not a I don't know. I haven't even really gone through those websites in depth to find out why they're supposedly so terrible, but it seems to me that as long as, I mean I have a small flock and I pay them lots of attention, but they don't cause any problems, you know. They don't they don't run off and try to roost in trees or anything. I mean, they're just like perfectly well behaved and just as easy as the chickens are. They're actually a little more easy to deal with because they're not quite as neurotic as chickens. Like, I worry that with the chickens a lot about nervous behavior and pecking and stuff like that, but my guineas, you know, they're just pretty easygoing, and I don't really worry about them getting sick as much as I do the chickens because they're not domesticated, so they are still genetically intact. My little roosters. That's the only problem I've had, is that my male guinea, he's aggressive with the roosters. That's why they're kept separate. My one little guy got attacked pretty badly several months ago. My guinea ducky right here. I'm assuming, I didn't see who did it. I'm just assuming it was him because he's the only one who ever seemed aggressive toward them. I guess my little rooster kind of got out of his little enclosure that I had in the run before I just separated it. completely. And I came out there, I guess, just in time. It must have just happened because my poor sweet little rooster Attila, who was always like the really submissive sweet one, was missing all of the feathers that, like on the back tail area, like where his saddle feathers would be. If you, I mean, you can't probably see, but you'll notice one of them has like a proper rooster tail, and the other one, you know, with like the plume, it's kind of like curves, and then the other one's just got straight feathers. And I'm pretty sure it's because he had all of those top tail feathers plucked out, and it was really bad. I mean, it was bloody, and there was no flesh torn. It was just the feathers pecked out. And that's another thing, is had it been a chicken who did it, I know that he would have probably been eaten to at least some extent because of the red. And that's another thing with the guineas, is I don't worry about that kind of weird stuff, cannibalism, as much. None of them have ever displayed that behavior, but